Young world. So Willie D just exposed Scarface as a snake. Like word up. That's what I'm saying. I'm calling it a snake. Because yo, we all seen Scarface do the minds playing tricks on me at the Grammys by itself. Then we seen Willie D complain about it on his YouTube channel. A lot of people was like clowning Willie D, but I understood what he was saying because I couldn't believe that Willie D was like surprised and caught off guard, because how would he not know that already? This is why I'm saying Scarface is a snake. You know what I'm saying? I know he's been out from since way back. A lot of people love Scarface and stuff like that, but the show they do now together, Ghetto Boys Reloaded on YouTube, came about like within the past year or two, whatever like that. But Scarface has been not doing. I'm not saying, not going to say it hasn't been doing anything, but as far maybe he was behind the scenes or had other stuff going on. But as far as like in the public, he didn't have nothing going on that we seen him doing. Willie D already had a YouTube channel at that point with at least I think a couple 100,000 subscribers by at least 100,000 subscribers by then. Like his channel was already popping. Like Willie D has kept his face out here in front of people for all this time, keeping himself relevant. Even though it hasn't been with music, he been out here like keeping his face out here. You know what I'm saying? Being on different interviews, doing different stuff, different things on TV here and there, politics, all kind of stuff. So he kind of like picked Scarface up off the ground and put him on his YouTube channel with him, like to allow him to be part of something new. You know what I'm saying? Basically put Scarface right into position. Like I said, Willie D already had his own separate YouTube channel way before this Ghetto Boys Reloaded thing came. And just like I said on the video when I was talking about the whole thing with the Super Bowl, I was like, how was he surprised? I said that would have to mean that Scarface didn't even let him know about the rehearsal. Because I was like, at least, at the very least, you would have to, Scarface would have had to know about this performance at least by the rehearsal, if nothing else. Even if they rehearsed the day before, he would have known at the rehearsal, because you got to rehearse. Of course, you can't just show up. So you wouldn't have thought like the minute he knew about it, he would have just called Willie D like, yo, did they didn't call you about the show or said something to him? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to just say nothing to the Joker at all, like not even going to mention it to him. You do a show with him. I don't know if it's every day on YouTube, but you're still in close contact. You're still involved heavily to this day. You know what I'm saying? As far as just like being around each other. That's super grimy to me, yo. That's super grimy. Because when he was confronting Scarface about it, the way Scarface just sitting there looking stupid, he really ain't have no real good explanation to even reply to him about nothing. Willie D's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been robbed. Yo, he's like, y'all just did the show. Scarface sitting there, you know what I'm saying? But Willie D was asking why, and he was talking about gatekeepers and stuff. And Scarface was like, oh, you should have called them, Willie, or something. And Willie D was like, I did call them. I called the executive producer, but they didn't call me back to find out why I wasn't included. You know what I'm saying? But just what it sounds like to me is that they specifically told Scarface, do not tell Willie D about this ahead of time. That's what would have had to have happened, I'm sure. Don't tell Willie D about this ahead of time. And that's just super grimy. Even if that's not the case, why would you just not tell him? Because that means that if he knows that they didn't contact Willie D, even if they didn't tell him not to tell Willie D, that means he was so trying to guard the situation by not even mentioning it to Willie D, because he assumed they didn't tell Willie D, so he didn't even want to mention it to Willie D and take a chance of Willie D contacting somebody and then messing it up or something like that. So either way you slice it, that was super grimy on Scarface's part. That was scummy, you know what I'm saying? That was scummy and slummy. And like Willie D said to him, he was like, anytime opportunities come my way, I call you. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'll let you know. And Scarface is just sitting there like, yeah, that's true. This is what I mean about the business, man. The business is, it'll really mess people up and pull people apart, man. Cause I've been waiting to see if they was gonna talk about this, and everything they just talked about fulfills exactly what just the griminess that would have had to have been done. You know what I'm saying? Cause Willie D is obviously still bothered and upset. He's not even bullshitting around. Like, he's sitting there like, yo, what's going on with this? But yeah, man, it just shows you how grimy people can get. I could be mistaken, but I don't think Scarface had nothing going on in the past like 20 years. If you ask me, I ain't seen this Joker nowhere doing nothing. And Willie D put him on his platform or on YouTube, bouncing off. You know what I'm saying? Alley ooping from Willie D's platform he got already, advertising on all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shows you how grimy people can be, man. And they already had a fallout before. They didn't talk for a long time. I think they have fallouts throughout the years off and on, but as much as Willie D looks like he's bothered by this situation from not being included, I think their friendship will never be the same again. Because this moment only came once in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, this moment can't come back again. It can't just be another show. Then he goes to that show and does it with him somewhere in some random city. This was like the 50th year Grammy, big performance. All the people came out. You know what I mean? And Scarface, because this is the thing about it. Because Willie D was like, well, if they just, this is what Scarface was saying. He was like, it wasn't that kind of show. Because he said they called Scarface. He said they called him, and Willie D was like, you could have. How come we didn't do a Scarface song? And Scarface was like, well, it wasn't that kind of show. You know what I'm saying? So that means either they picked my Mind's Playing Tricks or Scarface picked my Mind's Playing Tricks, because that's the biggest song that even he got. He had a couple big songs. I'm not lying. I'm not fronting. He had a couple big songs, but I don't think none of his songs was bigger than My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. But yeah, man, this is just shows you how slimy people can be.